I'm out here with Greg. We've been talking about the SOCP Dagger. We're gonna cover something Greg calls gaffing, right? But I'll let Greg take it from here.
Okay, so here's the SOCP Dagger here. Now it's originally designed to slide through the finger and you hold it here. I prefer not to slide my big finger all the way through because you won't get this support on your palm. I leave the big knuckle out. That way if I'm slashing or hooking, I have support on both sides of the palm. For training's sake here, I'm gonna set this fella over here, okay? And I'm running with my trainer here, buddy check here.
Yep.
Now, at any time my weapon system gets grabbed here, okay? It could even be two on one hand. He grabs it, he closes tight on me right here. I may not have that much room. Once I draw this with my support hand, I can bring it across the neck and I say, give him a chance to vote. Let go of my handgun or I'm gonna cut your throat. If he doesn't, maybe you slice, but if I do, I plunge in, I do what's called touch the tonsils and stir the pot. People don't bleed out fast enough to get them off of you to deal with their support element. So I may bring it here and grind it. For training's sake, we go behind it. But even if he lets go, he may not be out of the picture right away and he may linger on you. I clear the hand, but I do this. It's called gaffing, where I'm gonna fish hook right here on the back of the tricep to turn him to then deploy this and then look and pivot and deal with any other threats. What's nice about the skeletonized handle here is I can grab, cup, and move people or gaff people with holding this here and a steadier shoot platform, or I can still transition with my working hand and or exchange magazines and still get right back with retention. There's no gap between empty hand, edge weapon, and firearm.
Here's another question I get asked all the time. The SOCP Dagger, this is a sheath, right? There's a leather piece that covers the back of the dagger, right? And at first I got asked these questions, I didn't know what people were talking about, but it's this leather piece right here, right? And it goes on the back and it covers your, I always call it your belly fat. It's the fat guy guard, right? But really, it does a lot of things. It makes it more comfortable, first and foremost, in my opinion, right? It keeps, like, I don't know, sweat off of your stuff so it doesn't rust on your belly, a lot of things. But where do people get that thing? Because I get asked a ton of questions about it.
When this was originally designed, it was designed to slide behind your molly, center of your chest, cover up with magazines, and this wasn't an issue. Over time, we started running with an appendix carry. When you do the appendix carry, it's not running with it straight down where it digs into you. It runs in the crease of your hip and it locks down. So here is where you're gonna see it starts to dig in you, but any metal becomes uncomfortable. So it's very important to have the leather back plate here. Also, I use my thumb to clear it, find it, and then the tool can come out. And it's also a lot quicker when you wanna resheath it so you don't end up poking yourself. If you can look at Benchmade, a lot of times it's hard to find, go to SOCPgear.com, SOCPgear.com. That's your best spot to get your SOCP leather backplate.